What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and stimulus has taken a massive shift. This is your stimulus check update and stimulus package update. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. Take a look at this. Biden seeks new coalition for infrastructure bill as talks with key GOP senator falls apart. And those of you that follow me here on the channel know that that is Shelley Moore Capito. She's been leading negotiations for the Republicans, and Joe Biden and Shelley Moore Capito could not come to an agreement. They have ended negotiations. And now President Joe Biden has turned his attention to a group of bipartisan lawmakers to assemble the next package. Now, I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. We're going to look at some video footage and some articles as we're hearing some people say they're optimistic that this is going to work. We're going to get a deal out of this. But others are saying, no, it's not going to happen. And we're hearing Democratic lawmakers are already preparing the process of reconciliation to move on without Republicans and pass through whatever they like through this process of reconciliation. So you guys, I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. We're going to dive right in, but before we do, if you can do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you like and appreciate these updates, don't forget to smash that like button, leave your comments down below, and share this out on social media platforms if you think it's going to be helpful to other people as well. Those simple gestures just take a second, and they really help out my channel a ton. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If this is your first time here and you'd like to stay up to date on all these topics, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and if you missed my earlier video today, I got you caught up on the latest with unemployment and what's going to be unfolding here this weekend as we're going to see 4 states put an end early to federal unemployment benefits. I cover all 25 in that video. Be sure to check it out. And if you got any specific questions for me, be sure to shoot them to me on Instagram at SteveRam3. And if you want to see what trades I'm doing in stocks or cryptos, be sure to join that Patreon group as well. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in, and let's start off with this video footage, the reaction from Shelley Moore Capito on negotiations with President Joe Biden.
I mean, obviously, I was negotiating in good faith with the president, as he was with me, and when other things, other ideas come up, I'm for all ideas, but when other ideas come up that are presented to be, bigger and better, that had an effect, I think, on our negotiations.
It undercuts you.
It had an effect on our negotiations, yes.
So there you guys have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, but it looks like they did not end on a good note. Take a look at this. Senator Shelley Moore Capito of West Virginia, who led the Republican negotiations, said that President Joe Biden had spoke to her by phone Tuesday and ended talks. And she said, "I spoke with the president this afternoon and he ended our infrastructure negotiations. Throughout the negotiations, we engaged respectfully, fully, and very candidly, delivering several serious counteroffers that each represented the largest infrastructure investment Republicans have to put forth." Now, Tuesday's announcement marked the end of more than a month of intense negotiations between Republican senators and the president and their respective staffers. Now, Senator Bill Cassidy, representative of Louisiana, he tweeted that Biden called him on Tuesday and brought up flood resiliency and energy provisions that would help out his state. And he said strongly support Capito's efforts. Any infrastructure package should and must be bipartisan. So what they're saying is he's one of the ones that is saying, yes, we're going to get a bipartisan agreement out of this. We need to do this. However, we are also hearing that a lot of Democratic leaders are saying nope, and they're already getting ready the process of reconciliation. I'm going to be sharing with you some video footage that we heard from Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Bernie Sanders, who said, we're just going to have to do this without Republicans. Take a look at this video footage.
But it's not only when we talk about infrastructure, climate, or even roads and bridges, as important as that is. We have got to understand that for the last 45, 50 years, the working class of this country has been decimated. We are the only major country not to guarantee health care to all people. We pay the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs. Half of our people living paycheck to paycheck. 500,000 people sleeping out on the street. On and on it goes. This is the moment to create millions of good paying jobs, rebuilding both our physical infrastructure, dealing with climate, and dealing with the needs of working families and our children and the elderly. This is what I do think, Chris. These negotiations cannot go on and on and on. In my own view, do I believe that we will have 10 Republican votes to do something significant for physical infrastructure, for climate, for human infrastructure, for healthcare, for education? No, I don't. So I do want to tell you, maybe it'll make you feel a little bit better, that as we speak, we are working hard on a major major reconciliation bill, which would combine both Biden's physical infrastructure plans as well as family plan, the human infrastructure as well. We're working on it right now.
Right. We hope to move forward with Republicans, but we're not going to let them saying no stand in our way.
So there you have it. We just heard from Bernie Sanders, who said he thinks that all of this bipartisan talk is for nothing, that Republicans and Democrats will never see eye to eye. And he said in the background, they're getting the reconciliation process ready so that way they can pass through the infrastructure package on their own without Republicans. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think that they're going to be able to come to an agreement on this, that he's wrong, that bipartisan lawmakers will put something together, or do you think that he's right and that we might as well just get this reconciliation process put together and pass it through? And if that's the case, then whatever Democrats feel are top priorities for provisions that need to get passed, maybe extending out the child tax credit, more stimulus checks, more focused unemployment, we'll see. But whatever they want, as long as they stay unified through the process of reconciliation, they'll be able to pass it. So we're going to see what unfolds. But in the meantime, we've actually already heard from White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki and President Joe Biden on their thoughts of the direction of stimulus. So we're going to be taking a look at some video footage here in just a second. But first, let's take a look at this article that says Biden ends infrastructure talks with Senate GOP, starts engaging bipartisan groups. So his stance is, I'm going to be focusing on this bipartisan group to put together this next package. Now it says bipartisan infrastructure talks between President Joe Biden and GOP Senator Shelley Moore Capito are over, and the White House will now focus on working with a bipartisan group of 20 senators. Biden and Capito spoke for 5 minutes on Tuesday. The West Virginia senator said that the final conversation in what's been a stubborn deadlock over how to pay for a massive infrastructure bill and how large that measure should be, the two sides were about $700 billion apart after the GOP's final offers, so they couldn't see eye to eye. But now let's take a look at this video footage of what White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki has to say about the stance of President Joe Biden.
Hey, Jen, while we have you, I do have a question about American politics and in particular the infrastructure bill. A lot of people have been watching its progress or lack thereof, and there's criticism from the progressive wing of the Democratic Party saying, why is President Biden working with Republicans at all on this? It's clearly a futile effort. So why continue to push for a bipartisan bill when you could just go it alone through reconciliation?
Well, first, let me say the president's focus is on getting this work done, getting an infrastructure bill, a jobs bill signed into law, getting child tax credit extended, ensuring there's universal pre-K, and we're moving on a number of paths. So he's working with Republicans and Democrats. There's a couple of negotiations happening in the House and Senate now. That's progress. That's an encouraging sign, and we'll see where that goes. And he's doing that because that's what the American people elected him to do, to find areas of compromise, to find areas where there's common grounds. But his only red lines here, Tony, are inaction and raising taxes on people making less than $400,000 a year. So I can assure you we're going to move on many paths. We're going to see what can come out of these negotiations, but we're continuing to move through on a reconciliation path till we have that option available as well.
Well, there you guys have it. That is White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, and she let us know that President Joe Biden's top priority is just getting provisions out to people. She said that he wants to get out free childcare, free college tuition, all of these provisions, extended child tax credit, and that is the main thing, and he doesn't really mind what route they go as long as they get it done. And we also heard her say that they're preparing the path of reconciliation if they have to do that as well. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'm sure we're going to be hearing more about this in the coming days. I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date here on the channel, and we'll see if that group of bipartisan lawmakers can assemble the next stimulus package or reconciliation. So I'll keep you up to date. And also, if you missed today's earlier video, don't forget to check it out where I get you caught up on the latest as to unemployment and the 4 states that are going to be ending it early this weekend. Also, what's going on with the other 25 states that are ending early. And I know a lot of people are looking to see that unemployment refund come out for the tax-free $10,200 in the year 2020. Now, we have an update on that the second wave is going to be coming out sometime in mid-June. And in that video, I share with you how it is you can check on the irs.gov website your transcript and see if it's been processed and when you'll likely be receiving that. So you guys, I'll keep you up to date on all these topics. Once again, if you made it this far and you haven't already and you appreciate these updates, don't forget Smash that like button. If you haven't already, join the Ram fam to stay up to date on all these topics. Join the viewing community. Smash the subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell. Follow me on Instagram at SteveRam3. Get free stocks and crypto and the links in the description below. And if you want to see which one of those I'm trading, don't forget to join that Patreon group as well. And with that being said, you guys, I hope this reaches you well. I'll be sure to keep you up to date, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.